I'm just gonna film today. I'm kind of like you was at the rock ball field that day.
Yeah.
Me and Jeff are doing some scouting at a undisclosed location, and he's got his first find. Look at that drawer pull. I don't know what age that is, but that's a neat little outfit,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it'll display nice.
Yeah.
So,
That's your culture.
Yep.
I'm still trying to find mine. Well, Jeff's burning it up right here, just to start with. A couple of holes.
Yeah.
Where you going to first?
It doesn't matter. Right here. That's a good find, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't shotgun shell. Where you
Sit
got
on
here?
top of the clod there.
Yeah, thimble. Aluminum. Have you ever found a silver one?
Mm-mm.
I never have found a silver one at all.
Our times are coming.
Yeah. What you got over here?
Let me cover that whole back up there.
Oh yeah, I can see what that is from here. That's an accordion reed, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I tell you what, that Maprika is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yep, it helps out, don't it?
You just find your reference points and you walk right to a house.
Yep. And so you've got a lot of springs you can use as reference points. So, I mean, that's...
Well, and along the river you got a lot of creeks that go in, and they haven't changed a lot. They'll change a little, but not a lot.
Yeah, not a whole lot.
And so far, every one of them that we've marked with at least 10 or 12 reference points, we're walking right to them.
Yep.
Thank you, Heath Jones.
Thank you very much, buddy.
Sometimes, for various reasons, we don't put our videos together in chronological order, the finds. Sometimes you need to split them up and everything, but just for the record, Jeff is killing it right now. I ain't found anything.
See it right there?
I do. Looks like a flat button, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty thick. Yep, that's what it is, flat button.
Good deal.
That's what we're wanting.
Good deal. That's what we're wanting. That shows some age right here.
Yep. I don't know if it's got a back mark or not. I can't.
Shanks
Big ball of mud.
Shanks broke off that right there. But it is a flat button, and that's what we're after.
Yep.
Well, when you find the flat buttons, you've found a pretty old site. Of course, this is on the 29 map. That's as far as we go back. Good job, Bubba.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna film today. I'm kind of like you was at the rock ball field that day.
Yeah.
Jeff's got another flat button right there. Little cuff. That's good. That shows that that wasn't an anomaly. You'll find flat buttons just random in a field sometime. Good job on that.
And whatever this is, it's got mixed in with the iron again, and I've lost it. Pinpoint real quick while you get the camera on.
I believe it's up on the wall.
Yeah.
Back towards you.
Back.
I don't know.
There's a lot of nails in here.
Yeah, there is. I hadn't dug any of them up. I don't know what they are yet, but it's still down in the hole.
Mm-hmm.
I'll come back if we get anything.
Yeah.
We're still up on this hill and actually finding a little bit of stuff. I finally found my first flat button. It's a concave back, still got a shank, and I can't tell exactly. What did you say that is, Jeff?
It's a flower.
Flower?
I'll trade you my 2 flat buttons for it. That's a
can't hardly tell, but it is a nice button. I like it. Jeff's got something here. Pretty sure it's a button. It's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah. You can
what do you
tell
think it is?
Part to an anchor coming down right here, and that looks like a wing to an eagle, and then that would be the chest.
Chest and head. You can see that much of it. Let me hold it in my hand here and see if I can get a real good close-up.
It's got an iron back.
That don't always mean everything though, because that anchor button that I found at Hartsville had an iron back.
Yeah.
And we know that it was Civil War. I don't know. We think that off of this slope right here, see how the slope comes down, and we're at the end of it because it goes down right here. And I've got a, what I think is probably a flat button cuff link. Shank is broke off. Could be a flat button, I don't know. It looks more like a cuff link. But we think the older house is on this end, and then like a house in the 20s on up the hill there. Hadn't found anything in a little while. We found Avery, a suspender clip. That's the littlest one I ever found right there. It's broke. Reckon it was a child's?
It may have been.
Or just a little man?
A little man.
Me and Jeff normally shy away from places like this, but we had a report that steamboat captains used to come and stay in this house. I'm not sure that it's that old. We've spied another spot that has got some daffodils we're going to check out. My first signal was a Jefferson nickel, and
that was my first signal, and I thought, hey, we might run up on something.
That's a piece of horse tack right there. Brace buckle. We don't like these though, do we?
No. Too early.
Too late.
Well, too late.
Too late. Jeff and I gave up on that house, and we're just hunting down in the fields where the river is right behind us right here. And we're just kind of going through these fields. And I had a 40 that rang up. That's been pieces of hay ring. It's a watch winder. The front pieces broke off. That would have stuck in the watch and done the winding. Wow, what a great find. One of the first historical references of the pocket watch can be found in a letter dated in November 1462 from an Italian by the name of Bartholomew Manfredi. By 1524, pocket watch production spread, and Peter Hinlan, a master locksmith, began manufacturing watches in Germany. Watch production spread to the rest of the world, gaining popularity rapidly. Early pocket watches only had an hour hand, as the minute hand did not appear on the clock face until the late 17th century. In the late 1830s, the first American pocket watches were produced using machine-made parts. The very first pocket watches had key wind and key set movements. A watch key was necessary to wind the watch and set the time. This was usually done by opening the case back,
putting the key over the winding arbor to wind the mainspring. Some watches of this period had the setting arbor at the front of the watch, so that removing the crystal and bezel was necessary to set the time. The concept of precision watches came about following an 1891 train crash on the Lakeshore and Michigan Southern Railway, because one of the engineer's watches paused for a mere 4 minutes. In 1893, an official set of standards for pocket watches, developed by Webb C. Ball, became an official standard used in railway watches. Production of precision railroad-grade watches began soon after. And I bet you didn't know that in 1558, when Elizabeth I ascended to the throne, she is reputed to have worn a ring watch with an alarm, which consisted of a small protrusion that would scratch her finger. So now you know a little bit more about watches.
I scouted some in the other side of that fence right there. I found a bullet and a round ball. I did come up along the edge of this, and Jeff's got one in situ right here. I'm ready.
See what the shank.
Still got a shank on it. That's a nice flat pattern there.
Mm-hmm. I got the back mark.
Mine had kind of like a horseshoe or something on it. Come here and check this out.
What's
Surface.
you got now?
I got a surface find.
I'll be doggone.
Check it out.
Is it dry?
Yeah, it's dry. Is it yours?
Yeah, it's mine. I had $5 bill in my pocket.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Along no fence row here. Me and Jeff out here still scouting. I've got a round ball, musket ball here. I got me another flat button right here. I'm across the fence where Jeff found his. And I found another one right along in there. He found his on the other side of the fence right there. I know that there's an old colonial house right in here somewhere. Huh?
Horseshoe.
Horseshoe. Jeff has got a harmonica reed right here. That is definitely not colonial. We're wondering if a few soldiers might have camped up here, because there's no debris field. It's not a house site, although it's a good looking spot for one. Spring is right there, right on the corner.
About wore out.
I am too.
Can't believe you missed it.
I hadn't been finding any lately. Mike's been finding them all.
Has he?
Yeah. I got a little cuff link, and it's got lines across it there. Horizontal lines. Can't tell on the shank. It's like he's laying against a nail or something. I'll take it though.